What's going on, everybody? Welcome to round 4 of the Masters. We've got a pretty star-studded leaderboard up top, some great ups and downs, some wild weather as we've had the last couple of days. It's shaping up to be a fun Sunday sweat here with quite a few guys within 3 to 4 shots of the lead. I got my guy Kurt with me tonight. What's going on, Kurt? How's your teams looking? What's your thoughts of the Masters through 3 rounds? Yesterday we saw some wild conditions out there. Today it was a little windy. Tomorrow it looks great though. So what are you thinking here?
I'm thinking of some of the best Masters we've seen. I mean, usually it's like a 2-man race by now or like a 3. And tomorrow I think it's pretty wide open. I know they say usually last 10 years, 4 strokes within the lead is what it is. But I mean, I still think if stuff happens and it's not Scotty, there's a couple guys that like 1 or 2 under who could always go crazy. Possibly. You never know how they do at the par 5s. It's been awesome though. Excited to see what happens tomorrow. I really hope Meredith doesn't go into labor. And because I feel like that would just be a shit show. That would just tilt everybody. So I know she's like a month out. She shouldn't, but she's always possible. Hope it doesn't happen. Excited to get after it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he say he's got like a 3 or 4 shot lead on the back 9. I don't even know if that phone call is even going to be made until the round's over, but we'll see. Yeah, we got Scotty the Kid up top, priced at 12.5 for tomorrow. Sitting on top of the leaderboard right now by 1 over Morikawa, who's coming out of nowhere. I mean, I haven't seen Colin play this good since like last December when he went on a little run there to end the year. Man, he's been playing great though all 3 days. I mean, the irons, the putter most notably has been there for him all 3 days, which has been kind of wild for him. The last 2 days, more importantly, the putters heated up for him. Today, he started out with birdie to jump up on top of the leaderboard there for a while as Scotty kind of took a little tumble there. But we can start at the top of the leaderboard here. Jump on the weather just real quick. Tomorrow actually looks great. I think we're going to have great scoring conditions, great weather all around. It's going to be high in the mid-70s, it looks like. The winds are going to be down. Sustained winds are going to be under 10 miles an hour the whole day. We could see some gusts here and there, maybe approaching 15, but nothing of what we saw the last couple of days. Any thoughts from you on the weather?
I guess as far as looking at stats go, round 1 and 2 are so windy. I know it's a small sample, but I kind of want to focus more on round 3. I guess early Thursday was the closest thing we saw, but maybe early Thursday stats and round 3 stats are what I'm mostly looking at because it's the most closest weather-wise to what we'll get. That's all I'm going to say about the weather.
Yeah, for sure. Just kind of looking at some of these matchups that are getting posted. They're just starting to kind of funnel up on a couple sites, so there's nothing really too big up. Scotty's going to be a pretty big favorite heading into the final round with that 1-shot lead. He's priced right there at 12.5. Like I said, we have Scotty, Morikawa, Homa up top. We can kind of hit on these 3 guys first. I kind of feel like I bet Scotty yesterday. I put it in the Discord. Put Scotty minus 110 was the bet I took yesterday. He was, I think he was a little better odds today when he saw that stumble. I don't think I've ever seen Scotty compound mistakes like he did today. 8, 9 were a little bit of mistakes there, a couple of missed putts there. On 10, I don't think I've ever seen Scotty compound 10 and 11. I mean, he was hit drives 320 off the tee into the fairway. In 10, he just carried the ball a little over the green. It bounced into the bush there. He ended up making a pretty bad chip out of there. And then he missed a little guy coming back where I don't think he took his full time. Ends up making double on 10. Then follows it up with another great drive down the fairway. Ends up making bogey on 11, missing another putt there with not the best approach shot there. But we saw what he does, though. I mean, he was able to stay patient. Put a couple good shots into hole 13 there in the par 5. Makes a longer putt there for Eagle, which was huge. Kind of got him going again. He made par on 14 and then 15. Makes birdie. He had a little trouble there on 17 there. He wasn't able to get up and down there. But on 18, he hits a really good drive in the fairway. Hits a really good approach shot and then makes a pretty tough, about a 10-footer, I think it was, for birdie to end with some good mojo. And on top, what are you doing with Scotty up top here? And are you going to play any Morikawa and Homa with them as well?
I mean, what else is there to say about Scotty? If you can fit him and you still like your lineup, I think you do it. I think it is asking a lot. I mean, you're really thinking is he kind of pulls away a little bit. Maybe one other guy comes with him. So I want to do like him and maybe like Aubert, and then mostly go balance. I don't want to go down the 6Ks too much. Like one cheap guy and then kind of live in the mid-tier range. I don't want to have like 3 studs and 3 just absolute shitters. So that's kind of how I'd play Scotty. I'm fortunate enough. Something gave me intuition to play the weekend. Like I usually don't. And I have like 100% Morikawa over there. So I don't know if, yes, his putting has been great, but how will it hold up? How will a guy who's historically a terrible putter, how will his putter hold up down the stretch to win his first green jacket?
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to say that I don't think it will.
Yeah.
And luckily, I'm able to hedge myself from having like 100% in the weekend shares because he was so cheap. So it's a natural hedge for myself. But in Showdown, even if you don't, I don't know. I just don't trust that putter. If you do, I think you rock him out at 8,700.
Yeah, we saw that putter kind of go away from him on the back nine there. He made straight pars. Every hole on the back nine he parred out. And he had like some really, really good looks at birdie on holes 13 and 15, the two par fives there. He missed a shorty on both of those. So we see the putting woes kind of, they'll always be there for Morikawa. It just depends if he can overcome them tomorrow with all the pressure on him too. He was kind of a little out of it today and was able to get off to that hot start. And then once he got up there into the lead there for a while, tied for the lead and then into the lead, we saw him kind of come back to the field a little bit there. So Morikawa is one of my favorite golfers. I have about 5% of him on the main slate just out of respect for what he's done for me over the past years. I mean, he was just an absolute printer 2 or 3 years ago for us. So I'll always play some of him, but I don't think I'll have to see. I mean, the price tag is fine with him there. I think I'll probably have some in the pool for sure at 8,700. I mean, that's just too good of a price tag for his upside. Yeah.
I mean, if pricing doesn't matter, I'm definitely taking Homa, but I know that $600 is like, obviously people can't just be like, oh, $600 is a big deal tomorrow. So, but as Big T would say, in a bucket, in a vacuum, or whatever he says, give me Homa over Morikawa. Price doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, Homa's right there too. Homa doesn't have any majors, but he's won the Genesis and he's won some events with some star-studded fields there.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
So you're going down the stretch 17 or 18. Whose putter are you trusting? Morikawa's or Homa's?
I trust Homa I don't really trust Homa's putter per se on bent grass that much.
I trust it more than Morikawa's. I trust it more than Collins.
Yeah, I mean, Collins actually statistically putted well here at Augusta. It's like one of the only tracks that he's actually putted well on historically. Just because these greens are fast and they're tough, and it kind of mitigates poor putting for everyone. So I kind of always feel like that kind of helps him out a little bit. But I mean, I think it's Scotty's to lose here, though. I expected Scotty to kind of run away from the field a little bit, and I thought he was going to until 8, 9, 10, 11, where he compounded those mistakes. I thought he was going to kind of run away and hide, and he didn't there. He let people back in the field as he went all the way down to 4 under for a while, but he battled back, though. I think it's Scotty's to lose. He's going to put on that second green jacket. So that's where I'm going up top. I'll sprinkle the others in a little bit. Going down a little bit, we can jump into Ludwig, Bryson, Hogard, Cam Davis, and Xander there. Ludwig's impressed me a lot. Looking back at what he did round 1, he was right there with that good start, and then he played the back 9 round 1 at 3 over par. I was like, all right, we'll see what he does the next day. I mean, the dude's just been battling the next 3 days. He's been making some mistakes out there for sure, but he's always just out there battling. He was looking great there for a while. He was up into the lead there for a while, and then kind of fell back to the field there on 14, 15. As he missed a couple of short putts there as well. I'm not sure how Ludwig's going to do with the pressure if he gets up there again, but I think Ludwig's just a solid option there at 9-1. He's going to make birdies tomorrow. Good price tag for him. If you can fit him in with Scotty, I think he's a great option there. I'd rather play Ludwig over Bryson, I think, but Xander, I think Xander's my favorite play down here. Xander top 10 was one of my favorite bets of the week coming in, as I figured he'd be right there in the top 10 come the weekend, and he's right there at T6 going into Sunday. So Xander's my favorite here, and then probably Ludwig, and then Cam Davis, he was off to a decent start there. He makes a couple birdies, 2 of the first 3 holes, and then the wheels kind of fell off there 10 through 13. He played those 4 holes at 4 over, makes 1 birdie on 14. He's still up there, though. I think he's fine at his price tag, too. He's sitting at Cam Davis is 7,800, so I think he'll be kind of a popular mid-range click there. What are you doing here? -4 to -2, guys. I think you're on mute.
If I'm talking about from like a 1 to 3 lineup perspective, I'm not playing Højgaard or Davis because I'm not really going that type of build. You know what I'm saying? But like in the 150, I definitely want to get a sprinkle. I'm not going to be an idiot. I don't think both get there. I do think it'll be one or the other. I really kind of hope it won't be either, to be honest. I think we all kind of feel that way. I have a hot take as far as this range. I think of the shower buddies, I think Cantlay outscores Xander tomorrow for cheap.
It could be.
That's a hot take. It's a hot take. I know. I don't mind Xander. I really don't mind him, but I think for $1,500, the other butt buddy can do better. I really like starting my lineups with Scotty and Aubert. It just feels so nice and comfy because they're just so fucking good and big and just absolutely crush the ball. So
100%.
Aubert's the guy I love in this range. And then I like Bryson Morgan. I'm saving $400. It's not that I don't like Xander. It's just I think money is so key tomorrow. So Aubert, Bryson, Xander, and then I gave my take on the other 2 guys. That's the 4. Yeah. So
yeah, for sure. I can see that for sure. Kind of going down to these -1 even guys here. We got a decent range here. Cameron Smith still playing good. I mean, the miss for him, we knew the miss was going to be off the tee for him, and it's been off the tee through the first few rounds there. Today he actually hit the ball a little better off the tee. He finally gained very shortly, but it was like 0.3 strokes gained off the tee. He just didn't really do enough there to really get much going there. He left everything out there on the par 5s today. He made four pars on all 4 par 5s. You can't do that at Augusta if you're going to try and move up the leaderboard. I think he's a guy to look at, though, tomorrow. It wouldn't surprise me at 8.8. That's a good price tag for his upside. If he goes out there and shoots 67 or something tomorrow, that definitely wouldn't surprise me. And kind of backdoors, maybe a T3 or something there. So Cameron Davis is a guy I have interest in. Benny On's always a guy I have interest in that value range, 7.6. I think that's a great value for his upside. Fleetwood was a guy that I kind of got on late. The markets were moving his direction in the outrights and the some of the matchups I've seen around were moving in Fleetwood's direction. He's right there, T10 going into the weekend. Great approach day today. Almost gained 3 strokes approach. Lost a stroke with the putter. So if Fleetwood can kind of get the putter going tomorrow and keep that strong ball striking going, I really like Fleetwood's chances to kind of, backdoor a top 5 or something like that because the irons have been there every day for Fleetwood. He's gaining a stroke approach every single day. It's just come down to that putter where he's lost putting in 2 of the 3 rounds. So Fleetwood's a guy I have interest in. I'm probably going to be fading Højgaard. Well, that was the last range, but and then Shank. I think Shank's a really good value for 6.6. There's a couple values I like. They took away Glover from us. The first 3 days, I was just jamming in Glover in Showdown. That was a printer as he was priced at 6.2 each day, and they finally bumped him up a little bit today to 7K, but I still think Glover's a great value. Shank's a great value. And then Kirky's another great value I'll get into when we get to the +1s. But what are you thinking here for these guys?
God, Kirk 6,600 after that round. Benny On just crushing the par 3s today. Absolutely dialed on all of them. He gained like a stroke on approach on like almost all the par 3s, it looked like. I really like Cameron Smith in this range. I mean, I'm looking at to kind of update the pricing here. Let's see. Like I said, I get my feelings on Cantlay. I think Bill Zalatoris. I like this. This is where I like the mid-tier range. I want to go kind of here, and mostly it's in my Scotty fades, which is really scary. Cam Young. I mean, all these guys are. This is a loaded range.
Yeah, I think Cam Young is a strong option too. I mean, that dude.
How far down did you go, Snyder? How far down did you go?
Just go like -1 to even, and then we'll kind of bucket in these other guys going down a little further. Yeah.
Shane Glover for value. I mean, even though he's only 7K, I think Glover's still fine. These values scare me. Like even Shank scares the shit out of me, but he's the stats honestly look fine. So sure, will be a popular value, but he can be the worst guy in my lineup. I think it's fine. I told Cantlay's obviously my favorite in this range. Tommy Fleetwood. Remember when he laid up at the Canadian like a cuck? He doesn't do that. He won't. You remember that?
Yeah.
Just Nick Taylor just stole his soul. He won't do that
Yeah.
because he's in 9th place. So he's a chaser now. So he won't be doing stupid shit like that. And this is when I like to play Sunday Tommy Fleetwood. Obviously, his price permitting is $8,500. It's not like he's cheap, but I do think he fits that awesome mid-range build if you do want to fade Scotty, which is scary, like I said.
Yeah.
Cantlay, Cameron Smith, Fleetwood, Young, and then the values is how I'd rank it.
Yeah, for sure. I think Cameron Young's just a great guy for some great birdie upside. You look at what he's done so far. I mean, he's been making 5 birdies at least. Yeah, at least 5 birdies every single round. So that's big in Showdown here. When the scoring's been tough, he's still making birdies out there. Yeah, he's going to make some mistakes, but if he can limit those mistakes and just make birdies, I mean, he's definitely a guy that could go out there and shoot 65 tomorrow. I have no reason why Cameron Young couldn't go out there and shoot 65 tomorrow. Maybe he posts 8 under and the guys up top kind of backtrack a little. We could see Cameron Young finishing inside the top 3. So definitely love Cameron Young quite a bit down here. He's got a good price tag too, $8,900. That'll kind of keep his ownership low, I think. So I think Cameron Young's a great tournament play. I'll be going there.
That's the only issue with Fleetwood too. Like I like Fleetwood tomorrow, but at the price, like look at the upside you have around him. Like Cantlay, Cam Smith, and Cameron Young all probably have. If you said all these guys have a nut round, whose would be lower? Well, Fleetwood would probably be the lowest as far as the nut round goes, but safe and comfy type play, I guess.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get all these guys kind of, around 15-20% owned. So I think the ownership for a lot of those guys is going to be capped, so it'll be pretty easy to get overweight if we're trying to MME tomorrow and such. I mean, there's some great contests for tomorrow on DraftKings. There's a couple of big ones out there. I think there was if you're playing the higher stakes, there's a $600 100K to first, I think, tomorrow. Then a nice $20 tournament too. And then the tournament I like the most is that $10 or $11 18 max like they do. Oh, yeah. I played that round 2. Had a few sweats round 2 in a couple of tournaments, kind of go our way, but I was still in the top 5 in quite a few of those, so that was fun. Kind of diving down into these guys over par. Let's group +1 all the way to +4 together here. The guys that stand out to me is Chris Kirky at 6'4", like we had mentioned. I mean, great round today. And then some of the other guys I like Bill Z at 8'6". I like the upside he brings. Terrell Hatton at 7'4". Seb Strock at 7K flat. I think they're a great option. And then Patrick Reed. We know Patrick Reed's going to be out there grinding for the paycheck and to try and move up. I mean, he's one of those live guys that needs these points and stuff to try and get into these other majors and such. Because this is only a few major. I think this is the only major that I'm not sure what he's all qualified for, but the years. But if he puts up a solid round and somehow finishes top 10 or top 5, that's going to help get him into all these other majors. So I think Patrick Reed is really going to be grinding out there tomorrow. What are you thinking here? +1 to +4. What are your favorite options in this range?
Throw Kirk in the value bucket. I don't want more than one of those guys. I feel like they'll implode, but one of them, just go even for me. Just do your job, okay? I know he's had a nut round, but he's going to be in the pool. Let's see, +1 to +4. You go all the way down to +4, guys, you said? This range is huge. Matt Fitzpatrick's probably my favorite. I love him as my third guy in. It didn't really do – a lot of the guys didn't do much in the Power Fives today, but he didn't as well. Patrick Reed, my second favorite. Sepp Straka is a 7K. I like him as a value too. I think he's a sneakier value. He just doesn't make giant mistakes. I say that, and he'll play water ball too tomorrow, but generally he doesn't make big mistakes. I like him on Sundays as well. I wish Pavone was a little bit cheaper because he impressed me. We were watching O'Bear's round today. We saw a lot of Pavone. We was hitting some awesome shots. I think if you're 115 or 20 maxing, I'd have a little bit of Pavone, even though he's 7,800. Oh, God, Rory. I like Neiman Zalatoris for upside. Just be careful. You don't want to play them together. It kind of max. I want to pair them with like one of the other 8K guys up here, or just them be your lowest 8K guy with Scotty and someone else. Adam Scott, I'm good on. I think he had his nut round today. I'm not ready to give up on Ryan Fox yet. I really like Terrell Hatton.
Yeah, that was a brutal finish there for Ryan Fox. Our guy, Club Cam has Ryan Fox on one of his top 2K teams up there in the Millie.
Oh,
Man, that was a
okay.
brutal
Okay, Fox is about to go nut tomorrow then. He's going to go nut tomorrow because of that.
He started out great today. He goes birdie, birdie, birdie. They opened the event, and then just the wheels fell off 7 through 10. Makes a birdie on 13, and then makes triple, and then a bogey coming in. I mean, just some hurtful stuff. Hopefully, Ryan Fox can make a bounce back run to tomorrow. Terrell Hatton, like I said, was a guy I'll have tomorrow. He gained over a stroke approach today, lost over a stroke putting, made 5 birdies. The dude crash landed as well coming in. I mean, he lost 2 strokes putting on the 18th hole. I mean, just an epic collapse there for Terrell Hatton, like we've seen at times. But I like him to bounce back tomorrow. I'll be on him. Neiman's another guy I kind of like too. There at 9-2. I think his ownership will be capped. I think he'll probably be under 15% tomorrow. He made 5 birdies today too. He's a guy that could get hot and kind of jump inside the top 10 or something. He's one of those guys that really needs these points and such to keep getting into these majors. He got the special invite for this one, but isn't qualified for the other. So if Neiman can somehow get hot, he would definitely need that going forward. So I like Neiman there. He was good. He gained 3 strokes with the approach today. He just has some troubles around the green and off the tee today. So if Neiman can kind of correct those tomorrow, I think he's the guy that could approach, that 68 to 65 range as well. So going to have some exposure to him. And then we've got I really don't want to play too many of these guys down here, like +5, we can just go +5 to +6. There's quite a few guys here. The main guy I was looking at here was Hideki. I thought he was ready to kind of blitz the field here. He was off in the first group today, shoots 3 under on the front side, and then just comes out and the wheels kind of fall off on the back 9. He shot 2 over, opens the back 9 with bogeys on 10 and 12. Was hurtful there. So hopefully Hideki can battle back inside the top 20 or something. That'd be great there. He's a guy I'll be looking at. I mean, the putter was good. He gained pretty much mainly with the putter today, but was slightly all right across the board. Hit a couple bad iron shots in the back 9. John Rahm's going to be virtually unowned there. I don't think I'm going to make that click, though. 10-7. He'll be like 5% owned, I bet, but I'm not going there. Akshay, Harris English, sure, if you want a value, I think they're fine. I think I don't think I can go to Fowler 6-5. I mean, the price tag's fine, but I just don't know if I can click the name Ricky Fowler. He did everything around the green today. He gained 2.5 strokes around the green today, so he must have chipped in a couple of times. What are you seeing down here? +5, +4. Taylor Moore was down there too. He's the guy I really need. He was a soldier. He was up there, the top 10 for a while. Hopefully he can battle back. What are you thinking here? +4, +5 guys.
What this range tells me is that I think Terrell Hatton's a little bit too cheap. I know it's the previous range. We just talked about it, but 7,400, you're getting a guy up there way more contention. I know he hates this place, but he's getting on approach. He just missed some putts. I think he's just a little bit too cheap tomorrow. A little bit about me and way too fucking cheap. But with that being said, Taylor Moore, 6,800 for value. Harris English, Akshay, Thigala. If I'm playing guys down here, I need them to be somewhat cheap. I need them to be able to fire like a 5 under randomly. I think those are the guys. Well, Harris English to a lesser extent, but he's done it before. The other guys, I don't think they possess that on this course, or they're just a little bit too high. I think Phil at 6,300 is worth having in your pool of like 20, maybe 150. Luke List, 6,200. I'm probably going to have in the pool. Not a 3 or 1 max pool, but 20 or 150. And that's about it for down here. I can't even do posting anymore. Like a couple of these guys, I don't know if they can do it.
No, I don't think I want to play any of these guys any further down either. Connors was the guy I had some high expectations on for this event. He played well the first day, but the last 2 rounds, 76-76 back-to-back, just rough scene there. Shane Lowry holed out for eagle on 14 and then couldn't keep it going. He goes eagle on 14 and then bogeys the par 5 15th. I'm not going to go there. Brooks, I thought Brooks was going to kind of make a little run there at the end. He made a couple of bad mistakes. When he makes a bad shot, he just doesn't have any heart. He makes one bad shot and the hole's gone for him. He just explodes like we saw on 11. making that double there. He made a bogey on 8. He had one bad chip shot on 8 and then kind of blew up there. But he makes birdie on 13, 14, 15. I thought maybe he's got something going there, but really struggled with the short game on 16 there. Ends up making double and then bogeys the last hole as well. So I'll be off of BK. Hurtful, he's got no heart when he's not into it. But you seen anyone at the bottom of this range? Like, I'm not going to play any of these guys +6 and higher or anything, though.
No chance. No chance.
I mean, they're not even – maybe if some of these guys are like 6K flat, but I'm not going to play
they're not. Like, they don't even make it enticing for us.
Yeah. You got Brooks at 9.6. I mean, even if he's 1% owned, I'm still not playing him.
Yeah, no, like DraftKings, make him 8K. Make people think about it, and they just don't. Yeah, it'd be so much more fun if they did that, but I don't know. Okay, whatever, fuck them.
Right on. Yeah, I think that pretty much sums everything up for us. Let's give the guys a core on the way out here. What do you want to do? We can do 2 guys each, and then I'll have the Showdown playbook up on the site, runpuresports.com. RPS 15% off. You want to join the movement with us. Showdown's actually been good. We've had a lot of screenshots, rounds 2 and round 3. Really good contest tomorrow, so we'll have all the stuff up with the Showdown playbook for round 4. We'll have cores up as well. Kurt will be in the Discord. He'll be dropping some knowledge as well. He was in there all day today giving out winners and such. Kurt, how do we want to start out the show core here? You want to give
Terrell
a guy
Hatton.
first and I'll go?
Terrell Hatton. I'm ready today, Snyder. I'm usually not ready. I'm ready today.
I like Hatton. We're arm in arm with that. Let me go. The question is do we do Scotty or not do Scotty?
I think maybe we leave enough to where you can do it, but let's not do it.
That. Yeah, I like that. I'm going to find a value then as well. Let's go. Yeah, usually I don't like to play guys off of great rounds, but let's go. Let's go with. I'm looking at Kirky or Shank. Let's go Chris Kirky for 6.6. Give some value there.
Boom. Okay. Oh no, this is tough. I'm gonna go Cantlay. I've been on Cantlay. I'm gonna go Cantlay. 8,400. It gives a lot of wiggle room for us.
84 and that. Perfect. Let me find. Let's go Patrick Reed at 7,700 then. That'll leave enough where you can get Scotty or a couple other studs. Kind of do what you want there. What's that?
Yeah, if you do Scotty, it still leaves you with 7,400. Oh,
yeah, it's perfect then. Sounds good. I think that's going to do us good. UFC is off to a great start here for us too. UFC 300. Be dialing into that. I know Kurt's watching it. I'll be watching it here soon. I think Sterling's coming up. I think he might be the next fight is Sterling. So that'll be fun. Any final thoughts to you, Kurt, as we kind of get out of here?
Man, just give us like a bunch of these guys in contention. Like have some of the 2 under guys like shoot up there and just make it fucking chaos. I'm excited.
That'd be fun. We see like Cameron Young and some of those guys get up there.
What do we do to deserve that? It's going to be awesome. Maybe we see it, or maybe we see our first of many Aubert versus Scotty showdowns.
Yeah,
we're blessed.
I think Aubert's going to be around for quite a while. Get a little showdown there with Scotty and Aubert down the street. I mean, they're not in the same group, but they'll be close enough to where within one group of each other where they can kind of feed off each other. That would be fun. If you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe. It really helps us out a lot to bring these free shows to you guys. Back with NASCAR tomorrow. Is that your final thoughts then, Kurt?
That's it.
That'll do us for us. We appreciate you guys for watching as always. And thanks a lot, and always run pure.